You know who I am? I know who you are. This is the trailer for Predator Badlands. Let's get into it, and then we'll start the video, shall we? A lovely trophy room.
I didn't think you survived.
November 7th. I love that it's from the director of Prey. I will be talking about Prey. I love that it's going to take place off of Earth, too, and in space.
You're hunting something
And apparently in IMAX.
that can't be killed.
So Wayland truck, Wayland. CGI is a little iffy. But there you have it. The topic of today's video. Predator Badlands. In theaters and IMAX, November 7th.
Mr. Boo.
Hey everybody, it is I, Mr. Boo, the Entertainment Guru, Mr. Boo, Entertainment Guru, right here on YouTube. And today, we are going to talk some controversy. We are going to get a little controversial, just like this poor movie is getting some controversial comments going on the social medias and on the comments of the trailer on YouTube. Yes, it is stirring the pot of controversy. We are talking about, of course, the next Predator movie, Predator Badlands. This is the next live-action Predator movie coming from the creators of the Hulu original, Prey. It is obviously Disney, it is obviously Fox, and there is obviously a lot to talk about and a lot to get into, both exciting and not exciting, and probably things that are going to be up your alley and some of the things that are just not going to be in the realm of anything you care about at all, because I have opinions, you have opinions, and everyone has opinions. So hey, that's what that comment section is for. Let's blow it up, but let's keep it a little decent there. Let's just have a conversation. Let's not start going at it with each other. Let's keep the controversy out of this. Because the controversy is the first thing I'm going to touch on, just to get it out of the way. You can click off this video if you don't agree with me. But this guy right here, this is our new Yantai or Yuntai, or as we all just, us common folk know them from the movies as, of course, Predators. Now, this is a young, juvenile Predator. I don't really like the design, but I'm not really taken back by it. Let's just get him out of there before we have the comment section blow up as if a Predator had lost and set off the old self-destruct button. But I don't see anything really wrong with him, but I don't see anything really right with him, and I'm going to get into what I mean right now. I don't see anything wrong with him because they wanted to make him look different. They picked a different Yongtai or Yangtai or whatever they're called for Predator, for Prey. Prey was a Predator movie. They picked an entirely different species, an entire different race, and we loved it. We were there for it. Prey was a good movie. I praise Prey. Love it. It brought the love of Predator movies back for me because, let's face it, the AVP movies weren't really there. The Predators movie wasn't really there. After, I think, Predator 1 and 2, it wasn't there. And then Prey came along and you're just like, wow, this is what this genre's been missing. This is what this franchise has been missing. And now we've got, one more time, shall we just take a bow? We got this coming for Predator Badlands. Now, I don't see anything wrong with it because it's supposed to be a juvenile. Now, I know in some of the comments of all the arguments going around online, I saw somebody say there were two brothers in Alien vs. Predator that were younger Predators, were younger Yongtai, and they still looked like the one ugly mother effer that everyone's used to. They all looked kind of the same, but now the one in Prey did not look like him. It just had the mandibles, and he looked different in a lot of different ways. So this leads me to believe that this is more of a teenager, a preteen, a juvenile, an adolescent Predator. And they wanted that to convey on film because also, just like in Alien vs. Predator, we did feel for the one that befriended the human. We felt it when he passed. We felt the connection when he realized she was a good enough warrior to team up with. We got across, and it conveyed in us Predator fans, us science fiction fans, what they wanted. But in this, I think they're going more for the look of, yes, it is a younger generation of Young Tai. He's out there trying to prove himself, and I think they tried to make him look more human and more relatable, because this is the one where in AVP, of course, he did end up befriending the human. He did end up fighting the xenomorphs with the human, and he did unfortunately lose his life, and we did kind of get the humanity, back and forth between the characters, even with him looking like the typical ugly motherfofo that we all know as the Predator or the Young Tai. But I think what they were trying to do with this, and it may be, like I said, it is definitely a hit and it is definitely a miss, but I think all in all, when this movie comes out, it is going to be a hit, because they're going to knock it out of the park just like they did Prey, because it's from the same creators. But I think the reason I'm okay with this look is, for one, I think they wanted him to have a little more relatable features, because he is the main character this time around. He is the main protagonist. Even though he is an antagonist, we are meant to be on his side. So they wanted him to be a little more, facially recognizable as a character. They wanted him to have more facial emotions and expressions, and that's fine. That's okay by me, because we do know that they do not speak English, and there is an English-speaking person that's going to be kind of his confidant and his partner in all of this going down, where he's trying to hunt down these big trophies. He's trying to prove himself to the Young Tai, because he's an outcast and he's young. And we'll get to where that character actually ties in with the good old Alien franchise and the xenomorphs and the Wayland tech. We'll get to that in just a minute. But first off, I'm going to say, if you don't like the look, you don't have to. It is kind of weird. I think what gets me is, I don't care that they made him look like that. I don't care that they made him look really young. I don't care that they gave him a little more human-like features. I don't care on that part. I care about the fact that this is Disney and Fox, and they're partnered with Hulu, and the CGI is what gets me. Something's off. Like Prey looked amazing. The only part of Prey that was a little off was that grizzly bear. That's hard to do, and you might have already had the full movie done before you did the actual intro of him getting the bear and putting the bear up over his head, and that is the only part that looks a little bit like the bear could have been a little more realistic. But this is our main character here. These are his big hunts, and everything feels off, from his face to some of the creatures. So I'm fine with this. This looks fine to me. It's a new look for the Predator. He's got a different hairstyle. He's younger. He's a new character, and I'm all there to see his journey and where it takes him. But the CGI is what throws me off. So that's my point. If you want to put some in the comments, we can have a conversation, but we're not going to get evil with each other. We're not going to be mean with each other. We're not going to hunt each other like the Young Tai. And that brings me to, of course, they did want to convey some facial features and, get across what he's trying to do, because he doesn't speak English. But there is someone that's going to be alongside him that is going to speak English. And, of course, this is just the first of what I think are two major things that we could take from this whole trailer. Because the Young Tai, the young guy, the cast out, the banished one, the whatever you want to call him, the bad CGI'd Predator, the Young Tai that no one is feeling right now, him aside, and the fact that the movie was announced aside altogether, the two big takeaways from this is his partner that will be speaking English, that will be kind of help telling the story along the way, I believe is not a human being. I believe we are looking at a synthetic android from the Alien franchise, from that world. We know their worlds collide. We know there's Alien versus Predator. We know the backstory, and we're hoping this sets up another Alien vs. Predator TV show or movie or something, and it's just not a big Easter egg. Because it's too much of an Easter egg. The woman's eyes roll back into her head, and there are Wayland Corp or Wayland Company, We all know Wayland. We all know that they are the evil corporation in all of the Alien franchises. They are behind everything wrong. They are the reason, most likely, why there's a spaceship coming down on that Fox series, Alien Earth, and delivering us 5 species of aliens, one being a xenomorph. I don't know what the other 4 could be. But they're probably behind that. And even when his biggest hunt comes, you see a broken down Wayland cargo truck or Wayland chemical truck, some sort of broken down, beaten up, just destroyed Wayland Tech company truck there. Could this be a creature, some sort of alien or mutation they did from like a Yungtai or a xenomorph? Like, we don't know, but it is big. It's huge in the trailer, and we don't really get much of a look at it, except for we get that it's kind of not the best CGI in the world. But hey, I mean, so there is the Alien connection. That is the first takeaway. There is a connection to the Alien franchise. Could we be getting more Alien vs. Predator? Could we be getting a TV show, an anime, a live action movie? Who knows? We'll have to see how well Predator Badlands does in the theaters and how well Alien Earth does on FX and Hulu and Disney streaming. I will have a video about that probably tomorrow, but let's get into the second takeaway for Predator Badlands, and that is this here. This here is the trophy room, and it resembles very closely to the trophy room we saw in Predator 2, Concrete Jungle, I think it was. No, that was the video game. But anyway, Predator 2, where he's in the city. This is what we got at the end. You know, Danny Glover goes up into the ship. They see him as, you know, a warrior, as somebody they like. You know, he gained their trust. They gave him a pistol, and that pistol was one that was in Prey. So there's that connection. If you didn't catch that, the pistol that they give him shows up in Prey. So we have a trophy room that's very similar, and I just want to go over what this picture states because somebody else broke this down, and you can take this with a grain of salt, but this is what people are out there thinking about the trophy room. Let's get that back up there. As on the left side, we have the Gorm skull. We have what looks like a younger xenomorph queen skull. Obviously a human skull. Which I believe, remember in Predator, you know, the old one with Arnold Schwarzenegger? Remember when the one ugly mofo got the one soldier and pulled it, did the decapa? Yeah, you know, took this part of him and dropped it away from this part. That's him, because he still had the spine attached. So that is literally a drawback, a throwback, an Easter egg to the original Predator movie. That is a soldier. That is a soldier from the first Predator. That is awesome. Human. Then we've got this Telosian skull or whatever. Somebody said, whoever did this picture said it's from Star Trek. We kind of move over. We've got something called the White Spine in the middle there, from Tomorrow War. I don't know. Never actually seen Tomorrow War. Then we actually have what looks like Mars Attacks. A Martian skull that looks like it's straight out of Tim Burton's Mars Attacks. Then we got that Jurassic gorilla, that big ape, that Giganticus or whatever they called it, that a lot of people are saying could be the ancestors of what people are seeing as Sasquatch. Then we have a little Easter egg there. It says it's an Ewok skull from Star Wars. It could be Fox, Disney. They could be tying in a lot here with the Alien universe, the Predator universe, all of that. They could be coming up with their whole cinematic universe here, and we just don't even know. We also have something called the Hirogen or Hirosen skull from Star Wars. And of course, the almighty T-Rex. And somewhere in there, I remember seeing this when I first saw it. I thought there was like a T-1000 or T-800 skull, some sort of Terminator skull in there, but I could have been wrong. So, but this is just hearsay. This is just people, this is just fandom. This is just other entertainment gurus being like, oh my God, did you see the trophies? Did you see that? And there's one of them in there, particularly in the middle, that looks a little bit like Independence Day to me. I don't know. They kind of looked like that in Independence Day. Could they be tying that in? Who knows? The Predator has been hunting for centuries, millenniums. These Yongtai, this is what they do. They are warriors. They are hunters. They are trophy collectors, and that is a cool trophy room. So the two big takeaways from this trailer for me are the Wayland Tech, the Wayland Company, the tie-ins to Alien, the tie-ins to the Xenomorphs, just the tie-ins to that universe. And the second takeaway, for me, the biggest takeaway is also the trophy room, because they could be giving away Easter eggs or just little teases or just little fun things or actual tie-ins with other franchises. Who knows? They could be starting up their own Marvel universe here. They could be AVP Cineverse. Who knows? The multiverse of sci-fi. I don't know. But the only thing that's a little disconcerting to me, it's not the way this fella here looks. No, I don't care how he looks. As long as he hunts and he has the cool weapons and they make it a little bit gory and a lot of action and some good sci-fi, that's all it takes for me. If they tell a good story, if they set up Alien vs. Predator, if they set up another Predator movie, if it ties in at all with the anime that's coming, if it ties in at all with Prey and the other Alien movies, the other Predator movies, if it ties in with any of those and makes that universe bigger and broader on a better spectrum, I'm there. The only thing that I see that is a down, that is not a takeaway, is the special effects. Prey, like I said, looked really good. Just the bear looked a little off. That's okay, because the Predator, the Yongtai in that one looked so good. The fight scenes, the hunting, the environment, everything, the wolves looked pretty good. It was just that one bear that looked a little weird. And it could have been because it was also on a river scene. I know that the Planet of the Apes have gotten that down pat with animals in water. Like that orangutan in that last movie, it looked like a real orangutan in peril in a river, and I couldn't tell where the real stuff was, like, starting and the CGI stuff was stopping. So, I love the tie-ins that could be coming. I'm hoping the story is just as good as Prey, but I'm not really digging the special effects. So, with that said, we've got Predator Badlands coming. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be okay and mediocre? Or is it going to be a knockout of the park? Is it going to be a home run? I don't know. Leave your comments down below on what you think. What about the CGI? What about how he looks? What about it do you like and dislike? And while you're there, speaking of likes and dislikes, hey, like or dislike this video. Maybe subscribe so you can hear about my Alien Earth theories and little Easter eggs and things that I think are going to happen in that one in the next video. And ring a notification bell so you are always aware of when I put up something entertainment-wise, because I do video games, I do music, I do movies, I do so much. I'm even over on Twitch, on the Twitch streaming, so I'll link that description. I'll put that link in the description down below. And as always, I've been Mr. Boo, Entertainment Guru, and I will see you in the next video when we talk Alien Earth. This has been Predator Badlands. Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see how it turns out, and I really hope they tweak those CGIs just a little bit. Let's just get those graphics fixed a little bit. Let's make it look real, people. And on that note, I am out.